Meanwhile, you're always about women's business, always talking about the sisters, always talking to the sisters. They've got mahrams, they've got walis, they've got their guardians, and it isn't you. I mean, I hate to use their terminology, but this is about the most beta thing you can possibly do. Always in the women's section. And the irony is that these are the same ones who are endlessly droning on and on about masculinity. Meanwhile, you can't do the basic thing, the most basic thing that men do as men, which is to ignore women. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean that in an obnoxious way, but women have their world, their sphere, and men have their world and their sphere. But meanwhile, you're always trying to weasel your way into the sphere of women, under the guise of nasiha, under the guise of advice. But you're just like a peeping Tom who's trying to justify why he's doing what he's doing by saying that you're just trying to check up on the sisters to make sure that they're safe. No, it's not your business. The men are over here, brother. Meanwhile, you keep sliding your way back to where the sisters are. And this is very disrespectful. It's very insulting to their walis. I mean, let's take this offline, Let me catch you on the street talking to my wife or talking to my sisters about how they shouldn't go out, or they shouldn't go to the gym, or they shouldn't go to school, or you don't like the way they're dressed, or what have you. I wish you would. You better hope that that red pill you took is a painkiller, because you're going to be dancing cheek to cheek with the concrete here.
Yeah. Let's get it. I've been running up the bag, stacking digits, never looking back. Crown heavy on my head, that's facts. They sleeping on me, now they need a map. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Yeah. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Stepped in the room and they all stopped. Chain dripping like a raindrop. They talking crazy, but they all soft. I'm moving in silence, they just talk. 4 in the morning, I'm still working. Dreams I'm chasing, ain't no sleeping. They count me out, I'm still working. Right now I'm taking what they keeping. I've been running up the bag, stacking digits, never looking back. Crown heavy on my head, that's facts. They sleeping on me, now they need a map. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Yeah. Run it up, run it up, run it up. They said I wouldn't make it, now they taking notes. Used to be the underdog, now I'm wearing coats. Every move calculated, I don't miss a note. Pouring all this motion down my throat. Used to dream about the lifestyle, now I'm living it, they can't deny now. Put the team on my back, I'ma fly now. Got him to the top, watch me climb now. Yeah, from the concrete, where they told me I'd be nothing, now they see me, and they wonder how I made it. Blood and sweat, every single step I pace. I've been running up the bag, stacking digits, never looking back. Crown heavy on my head, that's facts. They sleeping on me, now they need a map. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Yeah. Run it up, run it up, run it up.
Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music, and welcome to another episode of The Chop Shop. It is 12:49 here somewhere on the East Coast. Normally, I'm out there in Chucktown, South Carolina, but I'm doing my thing a little remotely right here. So, again, if we lose connection or, that gets a little choppy, let me know. You see what's on the screen here. We're going to talk about it, harassment. That talks about it. No good deed goes unpunished. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I chose that particular topic. The other day, A couple of us was on a live stream, myself, ABT, Angelica, and Prism. And for some reason or the other, we were talking about, I won't mention the young lady in question until she speaks from Pop Out TV. Shout out Pop Out TV. I'll let her speak for herself and I'll make my commentary from there. But it seems to me that this is a case from what I heard what I read in DJ Witch Doctor's chat the other day, because he reviewed what we had to say. To me, this is a case of let's shoot the messenger. Instead of making it about the subject matter at hand, over there on DJ Witch Doctor's platform. What's up there, OG? How you living, my man? Over there on DJ Witch Doctor's platform, seems to people on the platform themselves and people down in the chat room tried to make it about us instead of talking about the subject matter at hand, Royce. They were asking questions like, what we got to do with it? Someone, a shiesty bum, I got to call you up because you directly asked someone, what does Mr. DJ Music got to do with this? Well, I didn't see you ask that question to Witch Doctor. What did he have to do with it? I didn't see you asking anyone else who made comments about it. And the comment, from what I heard, that people had a problem with is what Angelica said. But what did she say that was untrue? She could only go by what information that she had. She wasn't speculating. She said what any grown woman would say. I think anyway. I'm not a woman, so I can't speak. And that's another reason why I had those particular women on my panel, or any woman that would come up, because I said it at the beginning of that stream. This is a cautionary tale. It's not about Jay Prince. It's not about Royce. It's about all these niggas combined. And the subject matter that we're going to use is we're using it because these niggas are front and center right now, meaning Jay Prince and Royce. Somebody asked me what the two had in common. If you would have gone and watched the video in its entirety, you would have known what they had in common. You wouldn't have had to speculate. But it seems to me it's in the YouTube street now of Shoot the Messenger. Shout out Pop Out TV again, because, I didn't know my commentary was that popular, that even after I went over to Witch Doctor's platform and said, hey, man, I ain't got no problem with you because I know somebody sent this video to you or told you I was over there talking shit about you. And actually, I was not. So the other night when he reviewed, I didn't say anything. I just stood in the cloud and watched. Listen to the commentary and watch what was saying in the chat room. It took some restraint sometime not to type and answer some of those questions. And I was going to review that stream, but I said, nah, I'll just wait, because you know what? Sooner or later, somebody else going to talk about it. Sure enough, Pop Out TV, dun, 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 came to the rescue. And I'm going to explain why I say no good deed goes unpunished. And this will be no disrespect on the subject matter at this hand, but I'll explain what I mean in the forefront here. Do you know how you know some people, a couple, and they're always fighting with each other? And when you try to break it up, they get mad at you. And not to correlate the two, but I'm just giving you an idea of what I'm trying to get at. And then when you step out of it, and the next time they get into it, one of them mad at you because you didn't prevent the other one from doing what they were doing. And to me, and again, no disrespect to the subject matter at hand, but this is what I'm got. This is the feedback and the feeling that I'm getting from the people that was over in your chat and on your platform Another thing that I got, they was using this incident to bring up something that happened to them, but nobody called that out. A lot of what they were talking about on your platform and in their chat room was something, a beef they had with somebody else, comparing the two. Now, let's shoot the messenger as many times as you want to. You could say that I had nothing to do, but one thing you could not say, that I was wrong, because I wasn't disrespectful at all. And it's probably going. This the first time I'm going to say your name because I have to. I was not disrespectful to the L.A. project. Just like everybody else, I gave my opinion. I thought my opinion of her was pretty favorable. Yeah, I said some things that what I would have done, but I didn't say she's out flaunting around, she's a gender banger and all this other stuff. I just said, I think this is a matter for the police, and no one would have contacted me 200 sometimes without me blocking them. If I'm wrong for that, then shoot me. Some folks said, leave this alone. And honestly, I was. If Witch Doctor hadn't reviewed me, I would have no reason to talk about this. And to be quite honest with you, I'm going to be like that guy that I was just describing. You know what? Every time I get between y'all end up back up lovey-dovey again. So I'm going to get out of it. Because this is not the first time me as a so-called content creator have stepped in between y'all loose niggas and assaulting these black women. But each time I get the wrong end of the stick. I'm called the simp. I'm called the sucker. I'm old. I'm this. I'm that. But ain't none of them ever said I'm wrong. But then some of the very women that I have stepped up and defended will go over there, back over to those same channels and take that abuse over again and get mad when I say once you step out the protection grid, it's hard to get back. That's just bottom line to it. But people get mad at you for pointing out the obvious. If you don't like something, click it off. Did y'all? I don't know how many of you folks shout out to Aunt T, but the other day Aunt T had this this cyber stalker on his platform. I can't, again, like I said, and the other day, I can't tell anybody who to platform. That's your business. But since you did, Aunt T, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to confront this guy. And I did. And I told him flat out, yeah, I stand on the disrespect that I said about you. I certainly do. The nigga threatened to, I'm going to use this in quotations, unalive me. First, he wanted to slap me. And it was all because I told him, just leave the woman alone, even if, here we go, I'll have to use your name again there, LA Project. Even if the LA Project was the source of the problem, even if what you were saying was true, just ignore her. That's the worst thing you can do to anyone. Ignore them. Then they got to wonder why they're ignoring you, why you're not answering my messages. My mama used to tell me sometimes you got to ease your hand out the lion's mouth. And as I told him on Aunt T's platform, I don't see LA Project running around talking about this, but I do see you. Nobody on Witch Doctor's platform pointed that out. They was looking for what either Angelica was saying wrong, ABT was saying wrong, Prism was saying wrong, or I was saying wrong. That was about, let's scrutinize to see if they was talking about somebody else in particular. But later on, after someone reviewed Big J's, when they started reviewing Big J's platform, everybody was screaming and yelling, talking about, well, Big J this, Big J that. But funny, that wasn't the commentary while you was reviewing me. What's up there, Candy Cane? How you doing there, The Real Prism? Hey, Just That Short. While you was reviewing me, I read the chat. Like I said, I didn't say anything, but I read the chat, and I didn't see anybody other than what's her name, Shiesty Bum, trying to call me out. Now, since you spoke my name, Shiesty Bum, I see you everywhere. Every chat that I go to, I see you. And every time I see you, they have labeled you. Matter of fact, wasn't you up for the voting of the most likely to seed as next year's troll? But again, the mere fact of you using these two words to describe yourself, because if you look at everybody's moniker or how they describe themselves, they usually pick the name that they choose. You decided to describe yourself and choose the screen name Shiesty Bum. Let's break that down. Shiesty Bum. Do I need to go any further? Like I told the last young lady, look here, women, WOMEN, are off my limits. I don't speak to women harshly, but them WIMMENZs, I'm going to light y'all asses up. Because y'all don't mind when going on these platforms, when these niggas call you the B word or call you out your name or talk up under your skirt, y'all don't mind it then. But when a real brother, as y'all say, that ain't the word that don't exist in the world, come over and stand up for you, one of y'all women's got problems with it. So in the words of Will Smith, Shiesty Bum, keep my name out your mouth. That's what I got to do with it. The same way you got to do with this, the same way DJ Witch Doctor got to do with this, the same way Aunt T got to do with this. None of us would know about this situation at hand if it not been for, and I'm guessing, Royce. Because from what I understand, the origination of this entire fuck story came from the discords. I'm not in Witch Doctor's Discord, so there's absolutely no way I would have known about this. Prism is not in Witch Doctor's Discord, so there's absolutely. Char Willie is not in Witch Doctor's Discord. I don't know about Candy Cane Lane. I don't know because she is a follower of Witch Doctor. So, but I know I can speak for myself and Prism and Char Willie and say that the only reason we know about this is because I stumbled across it on Pop Out TV's platform. And then for someone to say that I'm clout chasing. What up, Pop Out TV? Salute to you, brother or sister. I don't know what you are, I guess. But to say I'm clout chasing, what clout am I chasing? What benefit would it do to me to clout chase, and no disrespect? What anyone? He has a couple more subscribers than I do. Witch Doctor and I don't talk about the same things on a normal basis. I support Witch Doctor. So how am I clout chasing off Witch Doctor? I support LA Project. I like her stream. I hit her with the Cash App. So how am I clout chasing anyone that I support? Somebody please explain the definition of clout chasing. What's up, DA from Boston? How you doing? What's up, Rude Ip? How you doing? What's up, Mike Spearman? Somebody please, I have to be gaining something to be clout chasing. Recognition. Maybe y'all don't know something, so I'm going to say this. I don't put up that classic R&B jams moniker for nothing. I have an entire radio station that I don't even have to worry about being censored at any time. If I want to talk about your mama, your sister, your cousin, I have an entire radio station that I can do that with no problem. Hey, hold on just a sec there, folks. Let me play some background music for a second. I got to take care of something. Hey, wait just a minute.
life, get your life, get your life. Baby, I got my why you can serve my mind. Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lady, get your life. Get your life, get your life, get your life. Baby.
That's right. Get your damn life. That was my suggestion when people was talking about the panel, the guest on my panel, and myself. From what I heard and what from my interpretation was, basically they was telling me that we had nothing to do with this, and why did we even speak on it? Well, why did y'all feel the need to review it? That would be my first question. If you thought what we had to say was so unimportant, and we were just talking gibberish, or we were just clout chasing, why would y'all feel the need to speak on it and put it up front and center in front of hundreds, a couple hundred people? If what we said was so unimportant, that's my problem. Let me see. I don't, Prism, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't answer that. What's up there, Corey? How you doing? What's going on? I don't know who Pop Out TV is, to be quite honest with you. And hey, Tiff, how you doing? How's the little one? Listen, I don't know, Prism. That's one of the questions I want to ask. How are you clout chasing off me? And listen, I'm not patting you on the back or anything, but listen, I try to put myself around people that can educate my audience. That's why I allow Char Willie to come be a part of my platform. That's why I allow ABT to be a part of my platform. This is why I allow Angelica to be a part of my platform, because I think what they say is relevant. And it surely don't come with drama. The only time I get drama from y'all ladies is when after the fact, when someone is reviewing what y'all said. Someone left me some messages one time saying that having you around was going to be the death of my channel. Well, if I look at my channel and if I look at that stream the other day, it tells you how many subscribers you picked up doing that stream. I picked up 10. So did those 10 subscribers that never heard us speak before decide, they talking bullshit. Let me subscribe to them. I don't get the logic behind why people decided to review us. And when you did review us, again, let's shoot the messenger. I don't think the review was authentic. Wait a minute. What word am I? Had any authenticity to it? I think folks were looking for a reason to assault or call out, in particular, Prism and Angelica. I honestly believe that was the reason. Because there was nothing harsh said about that. If you really wanted to do some damage, you could have reviewed Aunt T's stream. But from what I understand, Witch Doctor, you and Aunt T are feuding. So it wouldn't be feasible for you to review Aunt T's stream because y'all mad at each other. And I'm not speculating that. And you're absolutely right, Tiff. They always shoot the messenger. Last time somebody shot the messenger, they literally, again, going back to this. Listen, for those of you who don't know, my radio station is out there. Tonight, I'll be broadcasting at least 23, 25 different countries, playing jazz for 3 hours. But I have satellites out there that's at least 14, 15, 16 posts deep. Somebody went through each one of those to find a phone number of mine, to backtrack that phone number to me, to come into my chat room and put my government name after 14 years of keeping my personal life silent. 14 years of broadcasting, being the voice. Somebody decided because I platformed somebody else that they didn't like, the best thing to do, let me destroy that man's reputation. Shot the messenger. You think so, Rude? You think there's certain live streams that Pop Out won't cover? I don't know. I can't say because I see a variety of stuff over there. I've seen some stuff over there that he or she covers that I don't know nothing about the people, but I find it hilarious sometimes. I do. It's quite entertaining over there, especially when you have no skin in the game. You just listening to while you're doing something else. But so I say from what I see over there, my man, he covers a variety of stuff. But listen, I'm not going to be here all day, folks. I just want to get this out. Sometimes you just got to, as Kendrick Lamar said, pop out and show them what you're talking about. And to me, this is a classic case of shooting the messenger. And I'm going to try my damnedest to be not to be disrespectful to when I hear the young lady speak. Because again, if you go back to the original stream, I never spoke her name till someone else did. Two things about this stream that got my ire. What Big J said at the end, believe it or not, and LA Project, what you said during the stream when you came up on there. It took everything I had not to hit that link. So without further ado, folks, I'm going to take this off the screen here. And again, shout out to Pop Out TV. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate this like Sunday morning coverage before the game start. Get over there and see what's popping in the street, deciding which game you want to watch. Anyway, let's take this off the screen, folks, and let's get to it.
Stop making a mockery out of the situation. Yes, ma'am. He's definitely harassing me at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to make it seem like, thank God he didn't get to know anything personal like my address or anything, because like I said, it would be, how would anybody be able to help me? Y'all would just hear about me later on.
Thirsty for the pum pum, thirsty for attention, thirsty for everything, bro. Same messages he said in LA, regardless of how her man think she is the representative of beauty and she should be stopped. Oh, why you being stopped? My girl should be stopped. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Stalk my girl. Wait.
See, this is not a situation to sit here and pull your popcorn and your chips out for this shit.
I already feel like it's too much. But I just couldn't let the narrative just linger because y'all love running with narrative. Then you're going to have goofy people in the chat trying to echo the narrative in different other chats. Y'all don't even be knowing what the fuck be going on. Y'all niggas is just fucking slow and thirsty.
Ma'am, you need to go ahead and get a protective order so he can't contact you online or anything. Why didn't they just...
That's what she's... Y'all don't even know what's going on. Y'all jumping the gun too fast.
No, we're not jumping the gun. That should be anybody's natural reaction. And I think Prism just gave her natural reaction as a woman. Don't bring it to YouTube. Go get a protection order. That's why I had the women on my panel. That's why I didn't make any speculation. I wanted y'all to hear that from a woman. Now you hear the other side of how a man would think about that. One says, go get a protective order immediately. The other one says this.
Things take time. Y'all don't even understand what's going on.
What they should have told him is, why don't you leave her alone, bro? Ma'am, you need to go ahead and get a protective order.
She is.
So he can't contact you online or anything. Why didn't they just say something like that? But this is what I'm talking about, because they're sitting there having a whole conversation with him, acting like it's funny with somebody who's a 40-some-year-old woman who's a troll, acting like this stuff is funny. It's not funny. This is sickening.
Mr. Ray, the man is blocked. The receipts that I got is from the spam folder in email. The other shit that I show you with the nigga sending 100 love songs, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says unblock. Why?
Okay, witch doctor, here's my thing. If that was the case, why didn't you join us in showing that this man is a stalker? Why are you reviewing myself, Prism, and anybody else? Are you not putting up the receipts to prove to everyone what LA Project is actually saying is true? If you have all these receipts that Royce is sending all these love letters, that you want to clear your name, you want to make sure that you try to stop this shit. Instead of reviewing the LA Project, why didn't you put this nigga on blast? Isn't that a fair question? You say you have all the receipts. You said it's in a spam folder. Your spam folder means that you blocked that nigga. Rude up, you took the words right out of my mouth, bro. They don't come to you have no way of no, 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 no. Thank you. I was waiting for someone to say it. I was waiting for someone to say it. If I block you from my email, you can't email me at all. It'll come back as a mailer demon, unable to contact. Make sure that the email that you sent to is correct or is in existence. Am I correct, Rude, when I say that? Am I correct, y'all? Y'all put a one in the chat room. If you tried to email somebody and they got you blocked. And see if you don't get that mailer demon. Y'all know how it's spelled. We've all seen it before. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. So that's excuse number one shot down. Yeah.
Would they prompt you to unblock somebody if they ain't blocked? Why is you sending love songs and a bunch of crazy shit after you've been blocked? Like, what do you mean, man? Like, come on, man. Yeah, we gotta screw on our thinking cap, man. Come on, man. I know most of us, you know what I'm saying, got GED or high school diplomas. Come on, man. Most, at least 51%. Come on.
It is. It's disgusting. I'm done. I'm done. It's just sick.
It's a fact, Jew. The thing about it, Jew, a lot of people don't know what's going on, and they trying to paint shit a certain way, like if it's some sort of play for attention. Who is gonna gain from attention from Rice M?
Well, I right now, since you're the only one that spoke right now, Prism, I would venture to say he's talking about you. What's up there, Aunt T? Listen, I'm gonna put the words. I'm gonna put the words in the chat. So, Witch Doctor, if you're in the clouds, you can read them for yourself. Right. It wasn't just emails, my man. You know, there's people out here that know more than this about me. So I'm going to speak for Prism. We spoke on what we knew. Again, maybe y'all didn't. Again, you need to go back to. I know Pop-Out TV does a good job about clipping shit, but you need to go back to get real content to its entirety. I mentioned the word cautionary tale several times. I said, this is, although we're going to use the young lady in question, but we're going to talk about what it is to allow these loose niggas to be up on these platforms and the danger behind it. We're going to use Jay Prince, and later on, we're going to use Royce as an example. Now, if that's in question or if that's in dispute, you can go over to that stream and look for it yourself. Because one thing I'm not worried about is my channel getting taken down for being disrespectful to anybody. I don't have to hide shit. Educated. Okay, something wrong with that. They act like it's wrong to be educated. Let me put some of these comments out here. And see, again, we got tit for tat down there asking this very same question. So this, again, like I said, it was not about the LA project. It was more of a warning. Because Tiff, correct me if I'm wrong. Why do I know you? What's up, Roxy? Why do I know you, Tiff? Because of another incident where niggas was taking what? Doing what? Disrespecting. Disrespecting. I didn't know you before that. I reviewed a stream that you were involved in through no fault of your own. That's how I met you. And they tried to tell me I was wrong for that. People got upset with me for saying what I said about your old boy. Not even going to mention his name, but I noticed that same dude is back in some of them same spaces again. But I'm wrong for calling that out. I'm jealous for calling it out. Shooting the messenger for calling it out. This is not the first time I've called out these loose niggas, and folks don't heed the warning until it happens to them. Somebody came over to Aunt T's channel trying to make it about you, Roxy. The first word out of my mouth, nope, no, it's not about Roxy. Let's not bring her into it. But I was wrong for saying some people are using the tragedy of what's happened to the LA project for their own benefit. And she was wrong for checking the nigga about it. No, she wasn't. What we were talking about had nothing to do with Rude Imp, had nothing to do with Rogue C. Why y'all is so invested in their relationship? This is not As the World Turns, niggas. This is not your 3 o'clock in the morning soap opera. Why are some of y'all married men, and why are some of y'all so-called men that got women by the drones? Why are y'all so invested in those two particular people's relationship? Don't get mad at me. Ask yourself that. Right, and married women woman up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning talking about the realms and the movements of single people. All I'm gonna say about that is you wouldn't be my wife. You can call it chauvinistic all you want to, but look here. Let me speak on that again. I'm gonna speak from the man's perspective. Listen here. Something tells me that if you're a man and if you're married and you are on the stream, any damn time a link is dropped, you not getting no goodness. 2 o'clock in the morning, instead of you laid up beside your chick, you on a live stream arguing with a nigga with no shirt on. That tells me all I need to know about you. Don't bring your girl around me. Ask Puff Daddy. That's easy pickings right there. That's easy pickings. That nigga is on the internet. He don't want you to interrupt him. He'd rather be on the internet. So when she slide to the stove for 2 hours, or when she start buying some new unmentionables, they ain't for you. The game is to be told and not sold. Y'all don't know who y'all fucking with. Experience is the best teacher. I'm an experienced motherfucker. That's the only time that I will allow anyone to call me a motherfucker is if I call myself that. But I'm an experienced motherfucker. And some of these childish games that I see y'all grown men and women playing, married men. This was the question the other day. what's his name? Elkan Ali. Pretty boy. I can't stand that pretty motherfucker. Pretty boy over there sitting over there asking a panel full of women, if I come over and you read Netflix and chilling, and you decide that you don't want to give me no coochie, it's time for me to put your ass out. Well, as like I said, one of them cats from the experience part of things is the mere fact that she over there, she already gave you an indication that that could happen, but you did something. You didn't wash that mouth. You didn't smell good. Something about her said, nope, tonight ain't the night. She didn't touch you. She had her arms folded the whole time. You should have known before that movie was over that she was leaving. Or right after. Can I get you something? If she asked for water or juice, you're not getting nothing. Simple parts of the game that some of y'all niggas really think y'all know. But get back to the point at hand. He said if you came over to Netflix and chill and she didn't give you none, should you put her out? And if she leave, is she wrong for that? Or vice versa, if you decide that you don't want to give her none and she calls you the F word, I don't know too many women like that. Instead of saying he was a gentleman, I think it works that way. If a woman decided that you didn't want to sleep with her and you gave her valid reasons of being a gentleman, I don't think she's going to turn around and call you the N word, the F word, or fuck boy, anything like that. I think that's a lasting impression. That nigga ain't no rush to get this. I'm going to put that in there. He all right with me, check marks. They sure do, Roxy. False realities. Folks, I'm sorry I can't keep up with the comments there, but let's continue here. Let me throw in some of these comments while a young lady speaks.
Who's gonna gain from Rise M giving them attention? Like, come on, man. Like, we gotta really think this shit out, bro. Like, y'all don't. I swear to God, bro. Y'all don't be using y'all reasoning skills, bro. Y'all niggas is, yeah, fuck. Let's run this clip, man. God damn, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, Prison. I wonder why they like to sit up in these people's faces like that. It don't make no sense to me.
Listen,
It's just dumb.
y'all are absolutely right. I don't. Again, two things I don't do. I'm not the other woman's keeper, so it's not. I can't tell her what I think, and whether you heed the warning or not. But I'm in agreement with both you ladies to say you wouldn't have contacted me no 288 times.
Why the hell isn't? Did she take this matter to the police? Because why is she on YouTube?
The matter is already with the police.
Okay, see, D-Day Witch Doctor, to me, again, I'm not going to pat myself on the back. But again, when people are surfing for something that you say wrong, you couldn't find anything I said wrong. So you waited for ABT to go back to something. Okay, she had no idea. I don't have any contact with the LA project outside of maybe a possible email that she put on her wall or a live stream. I'm sure ABT may not have any contact with her. I'm sure Prison may not have any contact with her. So all we have to contact her is that there's no way that we can know whether she talked to the police or not. And it's quite frankly not our business to know. It's not speculation because she clearly used the word wonder. I wonder. Y'all folks don't listen to hear or understand. You listen to pick apart. So let me pick that apart for you. She used the word, I wonder if she contacted the police.
Allegedly, well, the matter is already with the police, y'all. Thirsty for the pum pum, thirsty for attention, thirsty for everything, bro. I can't wait for the fall when it starts raining. Maybe a little bit thirst. A lot of the thirst is gonna die down when the rainy season come. Probably. Fuck it.
To me, hey, that's not what he's sending. I'm looking at this shit. Why he not stalking Rogue C in that case? He's sending Rogue C the same shit. Listen, I just see Rogue C show.
Is he sending Rogue C the same shit? Did y'all compare notes? Was there a comparison of notes? Did y'all, you know what I'm saying? Did y'all compare notes? Is he sending Rogue C the same? Why is this like lately the narrative been like lately it seems like this man is trying to paint a narrative of everybody want is everybody want my old lady, she's the bad. Look, man, show so to her. I don't want to look.
Listen, again, I'm gonna speak some man shit from time to time, and no disrespect to the ladies out there, but who want a woman nobody else want? And I'm not being disrespectful. Damn it, I'm glad when I walk out the door when I was married. I'm glad my woman was fine as fuck. I'm glad another nigga turned her head back. But hey, nigga, ain't nothing wrong with you looking. But who the fuck want who want a woman that nobody else want? Now, I've seen pictures of Rogue C. Honestly, I think I saw Rogue C. I don't want to say where, but I saw her on a platform in the back chat somewhere because either she accidentally on purpose put a picture there. And I said it myself. Damn, she pretty. Ain't nothing wrong with giving a woman a compliment on her looks. And some people act like because she decided to, I'm going to speak to you directly there. Some people act like Rosie because you put on makeup and because you made yourself look a little bit more pretty than you already are. That's a problem. The fuck? How is that a problem that the man that she is currently dating is saying, damn, I got a pretty woman? How is that a fucking problem for you niggas? The Russell Wilson syndrome is what I like to call it. Y'all still mad because Russell stole Sierra from damn, what's his name? Future. Y'all niggas is suffering from that. You'd like to holler about nigga ain't got no money. And Rude, no disrespect to you, but hell, I see you shelling out coins. Niggas is mad because the niggas is speaking, saying what he's saying. Listen, whether we agree on everything, whether I agree with this or you or that or you, what I'm saying is the point that they coming at you about is niggas ain't never got no money. Hell, every time I hear you, what's your super chat? What's your cash app? Lately, it's been y'all mad at me because I'm saying the chick that I'm dealing with is pretty. The fuck? Would y'all be mad if would it be different if he got on and say, you know what? Damn, Rogue C ugly. No disrespect, Rogue C. Damn, she ugly. But I'm fucking with her. Would that suit y'all better? He's supposed to come on a live stream and shame his woman in the name of, see? The fuck? Y'all niggas is stupid. No wonder y'all live at Empty Arm Motel. No wonder you got the giant size of Jergens or goddamn Vaseline in that motherfucker. No wonder.
Look, man, I don't even be wanting to burst nobody bubbles or no shit like that, bro. Just gotta let shit rock, bro. Y'all niggas is funny, bro.
Told me, I'm saying, look, show me whatever Royce was sending you, and then all she's showing me is the same thing, right? Check this out. Look at this. Such and such live. He go link for such and such. Somebody else live. Look at this video. Somebody upload the video. All he doing is keeping everybody updated to what's going on. He's not sending.
I don't know if he could have. He wasn't. He clearly wasn't. He clearly is not sending Rogue C the same messages he sent in LA. Regardless of how her man think she is the representative of.
So again, which doctor does it make a is there a distinction between the stalker messages now? Okay, should he have a select set of messages he send Roxy? Should he have a select set of messages he send the LA Project? Should he have a select set of messages he send another lady? Is that what you're saying? Should the message that he sent make difference as long as they all correlate to the same thing? This nigga is sending messages as a stalker. Makes no difference what's the body of the message. Wouldn't you say that? Since you want to critique me, I'll critique you a little bit, brother. Because see, you actually can't find fault in what I'm saying, but I can find fault in what you're saying.
Beauty and she should be stalked. Oh, why you being stalked? My girl should be stalked. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Stalk my girl. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Rice. You stalking the wrong one. My girl is it. Like, come on, bro. That shit sound carny, bro. That shit sound lame. That shit sound thirsty for attention, bro. Like what? Like, goddamn, bro. I hit the wrong button. Goddamn. And I don't want to talk about nobody girl and try to compare women in the space. I ain't trying to pin nobody against each other. Sometimes I do it when it's joking. But in serious shit like this, I don't want to do that shit. It's too weird and distasteful and goofy. Hopefully this nigga is not older than me. And he probably is. A lot of y'all niggas is older than me.
See again, witch doctor. Go back to my stream, folks, and tell me where I interjected anyone in the conversation. When I was talking about Jay Prince, I spoke on Jay Prince. When I was speaking about Royce M, I spoke on Royce M. I didn't bring other people into it. That's what I'm saying. Now, who, if they want to define clout chasing, who is ironing out their problems with someone else because they are reviewing something that happened to LA Project? Well, actually, no PR. I'm big on backgrounds. I'm big on things that's familiar. And I'm starting to pay attention to a few things. I don't know who you are. Actually, nope. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're male or female, but you could be on to something. I'm just gonna say that. And this is another thing. This idea, this is dangerous on social media. Sooner or later, this idea of doing skits, as we see, these skits is getting people beat up in real life. It's getting people hurt in real life. So now these skits that people say they're doing, eventually it's going to be some fallback to it. It's going to be some fallout to it.
Y'all niggas just be thirsty, bro.
I'm looking at this shit. Why he not stalking Rose C in that case? He's sending Rose C the same shit. Listen, I just seen Rose C showed me. I'm saying, look, show me whatever Royce was sending you. And then all she's showing me is the same thing, right? Check this out. Look at this.
But how do you know that that's the same thing?
Well,
as a grown man.
Witch doctor, again, folks say you always starting stuff, and that's not the first time I've seen that. But see, again, similarities of when people review me, and if you go back and you read your chat, you will see that no one is in your chat directly attacking me or saying that Mr. Music does this on a regular basis. Whereas in my chat, it didn't take very long for someone to say that about you. Now, Run DMC said this best. The next time you teaching, make sure you don't get taught. So tell me where I'm wrong at so far. Since you wanted to review me, sir, when I clearly came up your channel and extended the hand of peace and grace.
And this is now how you enter the conversation. What is your agenda for having this conversation, bro? What is you talking about? It sounds like your agenda is to turn the conversation and direct it towards it being about you and your old lady. Is this how y'all trying to make it in YouTube? God damn, bro. You know, let's run the clip, bro.
Put my foot down, you know, in terms of drawing the boundaries back in April. And I personally have not talked about it. It's everybody else. You know, so we got to start asking ourselves, like, what are y'all really doing it for? So I know it's not genuine concern. There's only been a handful of people who have actually asked me how I felt about this whole situation.
Well, again, LA Project, I don't know you personally. And me, I thought I can't answer for anyone else, but I'm going to speak personally to you on this. I don't know you well enough to reach out to you personally. But if I did know you well enough, young lady, you can rest assured through email, through phone call, through something, I would have reached out to you and said, at some point, make sure you lock your doors. Make sure that you check your car before you get into it. Watch your 3, your 6, and your 9. Don't take this as a joke. I heard Prism say that. I heard Angelica say that. I heard ABT say that. I saw people in the chat room typing that very same thing to you. The only problem I'm having with you, young lady, is not that the fact that you came on this platform and poured your heart out. It's the fact you did not make the distinction of the people who's grifting. Call out the niggas that you think that's using your traumatic experience as a way to earn money. And that's another good question. Why did you review it twice? Did it not receive the desired effect the first time? Fair question. But again, I don't think anything that I said or that my panelists said that was disrespectful to you. And if by any stretch of the imagination that I was offensive to you, I apologize.
And I have taken steps. But that's not for everybody to know. When you go through something like this, it's like playing a poker game. You have to keep your cards to your chest. You can't let everybody know what you've done, but I blocked. Y'all are so non-interested, but interested at the same time. See, this is not a situation to sit here and pull your popcorn and your chips out for this shit. I take care of 2 children by myself. And if I feel uncomfortable, and if I voice that, leave me alone. That's it. And that's all that should be even respected at this point. All these questions, all these extra people putting in their 2 cents, literally 2 pennies in a jar. People who don't give a fuck about me. People who I've never even interacted with have all these things to say.
Hold on just a second. I want to show y'all something. At every top, at every what do you call it? That icon that I use to advertise my shows for almost the last 6 to 8 months now. You see this up at the top, the National Domestic Hotline Service. You see it on just about every advertisement that I use on YouTube, except for my radio advertisements. You hear me speak about it. So no disrespect to anyone. What would make you think that if someone puts that on damn near everything that they put out, whether they know you or not, and if it run across their timeline, they wouldn't speak on it? I did not search out the information on you, LA Project. It just happened to be in a place to where I was at. Because remember, I heard you speaking about this 3 months ago, and that was one of the questions I asked Royce. If it's over, it should have been over 3 months ago. I don't hear her speaking of it, so why are you? The nigga threatened to shoot me. Am I wrong, Auntie? The nigga threatened to slap me, to do some ungodly things to me, simply because I told him to leave you alone, LA Project. But instead of the good DJ Witch Doctor mentioning any of that, now I'm back to you, Witch Doctor. You made it seem as if me and my guests were clout chasing. What is clout chasing somebody else's trauma doing for us? All right, folks. I tell you what I'm going to do. I didn't plan on dropping the link, but for shits and giggles, I'm going to drop the link. One thing I ask is, let's be respectful, and please don't make it about. Well, I'll regulate. I'll put on my Warren G and Nate Dogg hat and regulate.
Please save it. If you don't care, don't tune in. Don't listen to me. Don't care. Don't say anything. Period. Because I don't say anything about anybody else. But I know a lot. But I let y'all.
Again, that's exactly that's what another thing I told Royce. She's not bringing this to the YouTube streets, and actually, Witch Doctor, you help bring it to the YouTube streets too. Because out your own mouth, this was going on the discourse before it got to the YouTube streets. Not for me speculating, but out your own mouth. What's up there, Rude Imp? How you living, brother?
OG, how you doing, OG?
Man, I can't speak it every day. Above ground was a great one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's most definitely. Now, look, the reason, just for me to, and like I said, it's not no back and forth between me and this guy, Witch Doctor. I don't give a damn about this guy like that. All right, but the point I was making on Big J, and I didn't have necessarily to say all this, but the point is, if somebody like Rogue C, who's my woman, or even just a friend of mine, if they are dealing with the
I think you're breaking it. You're cutting out there, Rude Imp. What's up there, Auntie? Auntie from the boiler room there, folks. What's up with you, man? How you living?
Yeah, what's going on? Now, this would be quick. So this is the battle of the DJs. Nah,
well,
I think
my DJ ability speaks for itself. I'll speak for the other guys since you brought it out. When's the last time you seen him spinning some records anywhere?
Good question. I haven't, but look, I mean, it wasn't even a plan for me to do the show on it. I mean, it pretty much came out on my channel. It was at the end of May or whatever. She had sent me the Discord messages, and we pretty much showed a bunch of that stuff on my channel. I said, "Old boy should have to show us his discharge papers," but at the same time, at the same time, I wasn't gonna keep doing content on it, or and of course the pop out TV had clipped that when I said y'all thinking this is a game or whatever, and then a few months later, here we go again. Here we go again. So
let me ask you a question. So am I right in speculating that this is not a one-off, that this is nothing? This was actually going on 3-4 months ago.
Yeah. And I mean, it was going on obviously before that, which is why it came out then. Like I did it at the end of May.
Man, my bad.
And
man,
what
shit,
up,
my bad. No, my bad. I was coming right back.
Real quick. I'm gonna give it right back to you. The reason why I was curious about it was because I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was on Bomb's channel. She was reviewing, I guess, what went down on Sharon's.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's something that I guess that kind of got lost or whatever. That came out that he had been popping up in chats like that she wasn't even there, asking like, has anybody seen her or whatever. And he said he was trying to show her that he was different from other dudes in the space. That was on Sharon Bracy panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he said he had just got out of a facility and some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like it was more to it. It was just more to it that a lot of folks are leaving out. But other than that, I felt like it really wasn't something that like I can't really address it. Like we can do content on it, but there's nothing I can't do nothing about it. You can't do nothing about it. Rude can't do nothing. Like we can't do nothing about it. You know, people involved got to do something about that when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the only way that stuff gonna go away. So my suggestion was, you know, you can block and ignore this person. You can give them more energy than they can handle. Or you can make the people that platform old boy extremely uncomfortable. Those were my suggestions. Nobody wanted to do any of that. So now we got this situation.
Well, welcome back. Go ahead, my
Yo, yo.
man. I'll let you speak before I answer the question. Go right ahead. Finish what you were
No,
saying.
yeah, y'all. All I was saying was this, right? All I was saying is, if this is the best that Witch Doctor can do to offer his help to a woman, it's not good enough though. For why I said what I said on Big J, hey, if this nigga was stalking like a rogue C, right? If he's stalking my woman, it wouldn't be no coming to YouTube or crying out about this shit. Like I would put paperwork in Royce's life. I will put the money up to protect my friend, my woman, or whoever it may be in real life. So that's the issue. And I'm looking at them guys who, like these Witch Doctor guys, man, who just can't do shit but to do a live streaming on behalf of somebody. And you got the most to say about a guy like me, and I don't think you qualified to say anything about me. In the case of a Witch Doctor, step outside yourself and help your friend for real in real life. Don't just put it on her and say, well, she did block him. No. How about you stand outside yourself as a man and say, look, I'm about to put those people in this man's life because this is my friend he's messing with. So there's no woman around me would be able to say that she got a stalker and all she's doing going to YouTube. It's no way in life, Mr. Muse. That's the whole point. For whatever he having an issue with what I'm saying on Big J panel, it's pretty much you guys got to stop talking like you doing something and you're really not. Because when people really need your help, they need you to shut the hell up and come through for real. If this LA project is Witch Doctor's real good friend, why he's not actually taking it upon himself? They're in the same city. Why he's not putting the money up to get a lawyer? Why he's not putting the money up to file a police report, to get a police report and get a restraining order? Why he's not doing these things for his friend instead of just going live, getting mad at everybody else who got an opinion about it?
Well, again, a lot of what you said, Rude, I honestly, I cannot disagree with you, and you're absolutely right. If you're privy to a situation and there is something more than you can do about it other than talk about it, then yes, you should.
It's
Go ahead,
no,
go ahead.
OG. What I'm saying is, no way in life, no woman on here who's been stalked by a guy, and I know this and I know about it, that I'm going to be just going live about it, trying to tell a guy to stop, or telling the guy why he's not stopping, right? Or pretty much begging and pleading for people to understand what we're saying. The paperwork, the process will come. I got enough bread to do it. And this is what I'm saying, though, is no need to be doing all that what you're doing where just because you got a platform. No, where's the real action? You leaving it on the woman. You
I
not
get
doing
it.
anything as a man on behalf of your female friend.
I get it. I get exactly what you're saying, and that right there, sir, I cannot disagree. But I don't think anybody in their mind it could. So again, people say when people ask the question, "What you got to do with it?" Anyone, to me, anyone that has compassion, anyone that has morality, anyone that has empathy, they're going to have something to do with it because that's just part of being human. If somebody you know, whether it's indirectly or directly, and there's either some way monetarily you can help them, or physically you can help them, or mentally you can help them, a person that spent that I just what I said earlier, it's going to do that. It jumps out. They can't help it. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm. Um, no, I don't think you're wrong. It's just look, the space is going to do what the space does. I said this a long time ago. I'm not the type of person. I'm not gonna look up at the sky and start yelling at rain clouds and expect it to stop raining.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The space just gonna kind of do what it does. So at this point, like when things are real, let's keep it real. You don't need an audience. Like you don't need an audience. You gonna handle business. But
That's fact.
let's keep it real again. Ain't nobody
That's
gonna
fact.
let no real solutions get in the way of content,
That's
streams,
that's
super
fact.
chats, cash. That ain't how the space move. Views. Like you gonna sacrifice views and cash apps for a solution?
Well. Again, I can understand that, Auntie, and I don't knock anyone's hustle as the word that they use, but again, when do you draw the line between good money and all money ain't good money?
Yeah.
Some people don't know when to draw that line.
No, I would agree. That's one of the reasons why. Okay, oh boy, ever since I did that stream back in the end of May, he would come up in my chat, and I don't even go live very often. You talk about like once a week. He come in there. I don't draw no attention to it. Don't announce him. Nothing. I just give him 24 hours timeout. Boom. Ain't no mods got to do it. Ain't nobody in the chat got to do it. That's it. If you got to stick, you see him, then you don't. That's it. We just ain't like you don't exist no more. Show me your discharge papers. That's the way I saw it, and I thought that was probably the best way to handle it. Ain't no
Right.
reason to turn him into the star of the show, because you turn him into the star of the show, you're gonna turn him into a sympathetic figure. Anyway, you're gonna turn him into a sympathetic figure. You're gonna give him more attention than he deserves, or that you want him to have. And then, just like any topic that comes up in these spaces, people are going to align themselves with one side or the other. So you can't even get you can't expect the space to not do what it does. Somebody is about to take his side, you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
and
Well.
and not take yours, regardless of
Right.
what the situation is. That's just how this space moves. You
Right.
know,
Yeah, right. Everyone has biases, whether they're right there in front of you or implicit or implied. Everyone still has them. So, there's some stories that come out, as we see in the news about this person and this person being unalived and things that happen. Everybody has their opinion about it. And that's human nature. But in this case, as you said, uh, yes, let's talk about it. And again, I'm going to go with Ruth said, yes, let's do something about it. But again, let's not shoot the messenger, because it's a cautionary tale. I'm not just talking about LA Project, because as we can see throughout the history of YouTube, as Rogue C said, this is not the place to put your business out there, because some people will use it against you for bad reasons.
Exactly. And in the
but
case
I'm
what you're
I'm just
saying,
saying,
OG,
if the solution is to get old boy to go away, you have to make him disappear. You can't keep making him the topic of discussion. So that's what was done. So folks can say whatever they want. That's what they've been doing.
Right. Go ahead, Ruth.
but
Y'all,
but what
hey,
I'm
y'all chop it up amongst yourself. Let me warm up my coffee here. It's done got
now you
cold.
got it, you got it. What I'm saying though, you still can't swing at other people who's doing commentary about this too, just because they are not siding with you in the way you would like for people to side with you about this. Like if people have their opinion about it, if we've seen this happen in the space many times, and things don't really happen, like things doesn't go outside of YouTube to where folks are getting locked up for real, to get on here and you acting like you got a problem with the opinions of other people or the talking points is the problem too, especially since you're not doing the most to help the situation other than going live yourself about it. It's like that's the hypocritical part. It's like you're going live, this witch doctor guy, you're going live about this shit, and you having an issue with other people who are actually speaking on their live stream about the same thing just because they're not as in support of you and no girl. You don't have the right. You don't have the right to act like you have the audacity to be mad at anybody who just don't want to side with you guys. If people know you two, if folks know how you two, I don't. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look, I'm sure some things people can say about you guys. All right, but yet if other folks are doing a live stream and yet you having an issue, it's taken away from the fact that you can't help this woman yourself. That's all I want you to understand, though, for everybody listening. If anybody around me was in trouble, I would be helping them in real life, not going live on their behalf and trying to go at everybody else who's not agreeing with me and her. That's goofy right there, man. That is silly. That proves that you're incompetent as a man. All right? This all you niggas got to do is offer women what? Vibes, fake protection. What else? What happens if these women really need you in real life? Can you come through for them? I'm just asking though. I don't think Witch Doctor can come through for this same LA project if she really needs this guy in real life, because right now she need him in real life and he can't do shit for her but go live. And that's supposed to be a power move? No, I'm shitting on that shit. That ain't what the fuck she need from you. She needs for you to put your bread up and help her in real time. If this is an issue you want folks to be concerned about, she needs you to say, you know what? I need to put up 1,000. I need to put up 2,000. I need to do something about this to get this guy away, to get him to where he cannot come on YouTube ever again. I'll put the bread up. Don't cry for us to, I guess, help you guys. That's all I'm saying, Auntie. That's all I'm saying, dog. This guy, the anger, you putting the anger in the wrong place. The anger is you going to keep it on Royce, keep it on Royce. You can't let Royce still come around your chat, come on your panel, and you entertain this guy, but he's supposed to be the problem. All right? You can't pretend like you giving fake protection, but if the woman really needs you to help her for real, you cannot come through financially or emotionally, moralistic, or anything. If y'all live in the same city, you most definitely wouldn't have no excuse for why you can't take her for your friend. If this is what you want us to believe, this is what you're doing. So I think all this shit is bullshit, man. I think everybody's performing and playing on this goddamn on this joint. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Auntie. You got it, man.
Nah, so you using the word performative. Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you. You go ahead and keep cooking. I gotta drop down. I got an appointment. If it reschedules or some shit, I'll be back up. Good shit. Shout out to Mr. Music, Rude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it.
All right, yeah. That's it. There you go, Mr. Music. Whenever Mr. Music come back, man. So now, man, everything's straight. Go ahead, Mr. Music.
Yeah, again, I didn't hear a lot of what you're saying because I had my headphones on and I was stepping away from. But again, to me, again, Ruth, sometimes the people attack the wrong people. I think that's one of the things I heard you saying as we walk out there. You know, it's like we don't have the right to speak on a conversation, even though we're not directly involved with it. Well, let me ask for those folks that say this. Are the people that report, the reporters on the 6 o'clock news, when you watch them, are they directly involved in the news that they're reporting in?
Not at all. Not at all. Never.
So,
pretty much never.
So why is it okay for them folks to report on the news and us not to?
Because people want to say these people went to school for that. They this their profession, this their job, and it's not our quote unquote job to report the news of other people in the space, especially if you're speaking against it.
Right.
So yeah, that's the issue.
Go right ahead and welcome to the show, The Real Prism. Let me introduce her, Ruth, and I'll let you go right. Hey, Prism, how you doing? Welcome in.
Hey, so all I wanted to say was I genuinely had concern about her. That was it. You know, it was, and like I said, a lot of people didn't know about Asia McGowan. So
right.
And that's a cautionary tale about this craziness that goes online in YouTube spaces and stuff. But I'm not. Let me, Mr. Can I go ahead and say this?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I really don't care what Dr. Witch Doctor got to say about me. You know what I'm saying? No, in the motherfucking house. I'm talking about these people don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't care about none of this stuff like this. All I cared about was her. I can do this stuff all day long. I don't really care. I don't need clout from him. Like, who is he? Like, really? Like did he think? I think what he thought, because he got the ugly troll who likes to stir up conversations and stir up mess with people. So the ugly troll, she goes in everybody's Discord. The cautionary tale with the ugly troll is truism, keep it 100, and a whole bunch of other men that everybody's going to find out about eventually. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to warn you. Y'all better get away from the ugly troll because she's stirring all this stuff up.
Well, I'm glad you ain't put no name on it. Normally, I would ask folks to put name on it, but I'm sure we can figure that out if you go back over to right.
Everybody can hang with her if they want to. Just know I'm not hanging with this mess because
well,
I know what she's about. She pushed this kind of stuff.
Right. So, Prism, if you don't mind, if you don't mind, for those who don't know, would you please explain the Asia McGowan situation again, please?
Okay, so initially, the reason when I was concerned, because let me tell you this, I saw him a couple of times when he was over on Sharon, okay, and I saw him with the cement wall behind him. I know what that means. We all know what that means, okay? So I saw him react in certain ways, and I was like, whatever. So back in 2009, I didn't find out a lot about Asia until I came to this space, and I was educated from a lot of the other women in the space. Um, Asia McGowan was a 20-year-old at that time. She would be 38 years old today. This guy became obsessed with her. This was the initial beginnings of, I guess, YouTube, and he was responding to all of her talking about she wanted to go to be a dancer and questioning things about religion, whatever she wanted to talk about on her YouTube page. Well, this guy didn't like it. So come find out, they went to the same school. He went to her classroom that day and shot her one time in the back and then dragged her back into the classroom where he finished the job and then took his own life. He became obsessed with her online. He found out her schedule and everything. You don't know people online. You don't know anything about what these people are about. And that's the only thing I cared about concerning LA Project. When I saw him putting up the pictures of her and her little brother and stuff, that's some weird stuff. I
Right,
never had any intention other than that. I don't need clout from anybody.
right,
I can get that all on my own.
right, and that's exactly what I was meaning. I don't think anyone that came up on the panel that day was clout chasing. Again, to put it in context, I think if folks go back to the stream in its entirety and look at it, some of the very same words that I'm using right now is some of the very same words we used then. This is a cautionary tale. This is not just about the LA Project. This is not just about Jay Prince. This is about the protection of what we see in front of us. I even made reference to on Aunt T's platform of the young lady that went into the store to buy the bottle of wine, and because she told them dudes, "No, I don't want you to buy the wine," they beat her up and bit her in the face. Y'all remember that? Hey, Bomb Cherry, welcome to the platform. I'll introduce you from
There's so many stories, Mr. DJ Music. If you think about that precious guy, Rodney Finley, and his wife Tanisha, where that guy did that thing in Las Vegas a few years back, we don't know people and how limited they are in their realities when it comes from this space into the real world. People have opinions, but all this stuff right here is a bunch of foolishness. Nobody
right,
said anything to intentionally hurt her or
right.
to make her feel a certain way. I actually said that I am not going to take and make somebody who's a victim out like they need to be punished for saying whatever
Abs-
they need to say. But
absolutely,
I do question.
absolutely.
But I do have questions about some of the other intention about some of the other people involved. That's it.
Right, right.
That's it.
And welcome to the show, Bomb Cherry. How you doing, good sister? Welcome.
Hey,
What's up there,
Mr.
Mark?
Music, how
How
you
you
doing?
doing?
Oh,
I'm
Mark
good.
at work. He at work. He not here yet,
Oh,
but
all
I'm
right.
quite sure if he has the opportunity to listen, he probably listening from work.
Sure,
How's
sure enough.
everybody doing? How y'all doing? I
Hey,
put the
Miss
Just
link.
Mom.
To the, hey, baby, how you doing? I put the link. I'm sorry, I called you baby because I don't know what I can't see the names. Who
oh,
that
this
is?
is this
Prism.
Prism speaking right
I
now.
ain't
Yeah.
Prism. Okay, hey
Hey, Miss
Prism,
Mom.
how you doing?
I'm
Um,
fine.
I put the link to Asia. If you want to put that up and show everybody, it was something seriously, something that was seriously happened, right? With a
Right.
YouTuber just like that guy. So there are some people though who are making this bigger, um, than it
Then it
is.
then it then it is. Yes.
And
Go right ahead.
and I'm not talking about the stalking. I think that is serious. I'm talking
Yes.
about they acting like that young lady is making it bigger than it is. And I like y'all discussion that I heard. I heard it on Pop Out TV, so I didn't see it. I'm not sure where
Right.
y'all was when y'all talked about it. And it sounded like y'all was asking him questions, right? He didn't want to
Mm.
answer the questions directly. It sounded like he was trying to skate through, but I think if I'm correct, now don't quote me on this, y'all, but I think that man was in an institution. I think he admitted to this, right?
Listen. Let me just say this. And someone pointed this out to me, so I'll say it now. If y'all look at the background, do y'all see anything on this wall other than concrete? Look at when he's on the screen. And let's answer another question. Why does he have to leave his place of work to use the Wi-Fi? Isn't that free unless they restrict you from using the Wi-Fi? Why he got to come back home to use the Wi-Fi? Anybody? But go ahead, Bob.
No, yeah, don't make sense. If I'm correct, I think even out of his mouth, he admitted that he was in an institution. I'm not sure if he's currently there, or if he was there. I'm not sure, and I think it was behind somebody accusing him of doing the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
His mental state isn't right, and there's no way to correct it because he believed in what he believed, and I think I heard him say that a woman she can't do nothing about it. Like if I do this and do that, then she ain't got no choice. Didn't he say
Right.
that?
Right. That's exactly what he said. And what's up there, Letitia Lovejoy and ABT and Kim West? How y'all ladies doing? I'm glad the chat room is full of ladies, because this is what I was trying to point out. And again, I don't see anything that the three ladies was on the platform that the ABT, if you want to come up, grab the link, because it seems to me that they used your voice in it. So I'll let you come up and give what you wanted to say about it. But Mom, tell me, you said you heard what was said over there. Tell me what part of disrespectful than anything that we said, in your opinion.
Nothing. Y'all didn't say anything disrespectful. It sounded like a group of men talking to a man, and trying to figure. You was asking him the questions, and it sounds like you was trying to give some facts that other people didn't know, and he was trying to not answer them.
But and so, Bomb, it's some more stuff that I don't think a lot. I think this might have came out the other night or whatever. So I think he had and don't quote me. Somebody else can confirm or debunk this, but that's what I heard. He had already like either got locked up or some authorities had to get called because he done ran up on some chick in real life. You know what I'm saying? Came
Right.
to her crib and some like a neighbor had to step in. It was something like that. It was something like that.
But see again, from what again what I heard the lady say again, I got to keep using this word as cautionary tale, because it seems to me that's what we were putting out. Disagree or agree, Prism? Go ahead.
So yeah, so like one of the things you have to realize when it comes to escalation with people with this type of mental illness, or personality types, when you get online and you have a bunch of men uh, cautioning, protection, and stuff, they see that kind of like an offense, and they usually start escalating from there. What's scary is the fact that he's done this before, and about 90% of the people that, I guess you want to call it, uh, I don't want to call it recidivism rates, but if I could call it that. Most of the people that do this over and over, they've done it before to some other woman. I've heard stories online with other women that, one young lady had. I think I told the story. Her somebody that she knew had passed away from a guy who was stalking her. He stalked her to her church. He stalked her to her house, kicked in her door. This type of stuff is not for clout. This stuff is serious. I think people need to take this type of stuff serious. And let me say this: the other lady, she had a TPO too, but what she didn't have was a 9mm Kimber. So one of the things that I heard Tony Maceo say years ago when he was on the platform with a lot of us ladies, he told us to get our pieces. He really did. I think a lot of women need to really take this cautionary tale and protect yourself. Men online cannot protect you. They can talk to you and they can tell the dude you need to leave you alone. But the real deal is get the TPO, get yourself in position, learn how to use a firearm. Stop taking your safety for granted. Let's look at the young lady that passed away in Mississippi. Come on, y'all. Let's see. Look around what's going around with black men and black women. Come on, y'all. We got to be smarter than this.
And listen, I agree with you 100%. There's absolutely nothing wrong with protecting yourself. I would much rather, as a woman, tell the tale of how I shot that nigga than somebody telling the tale of how that nigga unalived me. I tell all my nieces and my at that time my wife, make sure when you leave when I'm not around, make sure you keep one in the chamber because it ain't no good if they come in the house and you ain't got no gun. What you gonna do? Throw the bullets at them?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I think the issue is that, all right, so if she went to the authorities and everything, you know what I'm saying, that's the right thing to do. Um, especially if she's in fear. And I get it. She's got children and all of that other stuff. It's just once it becomes a topic like on here, people are going to review it. Like people are going to review it. People are going to have opinions about it. And like, hey, with every light, there's going to be a dark. With every up, there's going to be a down. With every left, there's going to be a right. There's going to be some contrarians, on the other side. So that's I think that's kind of what you was talking about. That's what Rude was talking about a minute ago, and I see that. Like, once you decide to start doing streams about it, there's going to be some people that are going to either go against what you're saying or they're going to make more content
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, Auntie, and I agree
Folks
with
seem to
you.
have a problem with that part.
Right. I agree with you, sir. Appreciate that, Rude. I appreciate the cash app. I agree with you, Auntie. If the critique is fair,
Mm.
Do you
when that
sell
what,
wrenches?
say, go ahead, Mom. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
I was
right ahead.
asking, do you sell wrenches? I didn't. So
No, I
everybody.
don't. No, I don't sell wrenches, but I'm not over that bomb. So when I go back to YouTube, if you don't have a wrench, I'm gonna make sure you have one. Now stop
Oh
that.
no,
You know,
no, I wasn't
yeah,
asking for that. No, I
no.
wasn't.
If you don't have a wrench, let me do. Do you have a wrench over there, bomb?
Oh, I don't know. It don't even matter. I don't care about that. No, I was just asking because I
Oh,
saw
but
I saw what Rude
I
did.
just right. I just want to make sure that you have one. If anyone over there, especially that I visit your channel frequently, if I don't give you a wrench or you don't have one, it's not a slight. It's just that I'm not on YouTube when I'm broadcasting like this, so I can't see who has one and who not. But what I will go back over there, Bomb Cherry, if you don't have one, and make sure you get one. All right. What's up there, Soul Provider? How you doing? How you doing? Again, for those of you that have YouTube channels, and if you're able to, please put your link to your channel down over there. Bomb Cherry, I know you have a channel. I'm always over there. Rogue C, I know you have a channel. I'm always over there. Soul Provider, I think you have a channel. Of course, you can check Char Willie at any time here on my channel. For those of you other ones that are here, don't feel free to do it. But y'all go right ahead. Let's listen to this right quick. Right.
Y'all be. So please let me just handle this situation in the way that I was advised to do. My people know what's going on, and that's all that's important. Period. I just want to be left alone. And that's all this situation is about. I only brought it up to bring awareness to the space because it was odd. It got escalated. And that's when I had to be like, okay, wait a minute, because I can turn my notifications on off, to where it builds up to 200 messages. I mean, I like my regular, boring, quote unquote, life. I do. This is not for anything. I just asked to be left alone, and it's not being respected. Period. And I think that's wrong. I don't owe anybody anything. If I sit there and I ignore you over and over and over again, what else does that mean for anybody else on the panel? Anybody else in the chat? I don't want to
And
fuck with you.
right, and I think that's respectable. That's all that need to be said. LA Project, you don't owe any of us, anybody on this panel, anybody in the chat room, over on Which Day Doctor's platform, you don't owe any of us an explanation about what you're doing. So again, the word cautionary tale comes to mind here for me. I'm not telling you what to do, how to do. I'm only telling you, and I said this for a reason at the beginning. Experience is the best teacher. To ignore this and hoping it'll go away. Experience tells me the cautionary tale should tell you that this is not going to go away by itself.
All right.
And the more people that talk about this, in some cases, it inflames that person. He might, the other day when you was on Witch Doctor's platform, this nigga had no reason to want to hit that link, but he tried to.
Hey.
He tried
Okay.
to.
So, Mr. Music, right? Check this
Go
out.
ahead, Ed.
All right, and this is where I'm not playing devil's advocate, but I understand what Rude is saying because he was only able to click that link because he hadn't been blocked from the StreamYard studio. He was only able to come in. Now the other chats, I get it, but he was never blocked or banned from Witch Doctor's channel.
Right, and T,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
the
So
right, I
so
get what you're saying, but hold that thought right there before I let you go further. In the interest of fairness, I got to put the disclaimer out here, okay? So folks won't say
yeah.
I'm being biased. There is a history between the three of you, Rude Imp, Witch Doctor, and you, correct?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that right, so that history tells me. So I don't want anybody to say that Aunt T is being biased because right now I agree with you.
No,
I
I'm just
agree with
saying he
right,
even
right,
said it up until recently. I guess he was just blocked or whatever, but he said he
right.
just took his wrench away and just let the chat kind of handle him how he handled him. So I get it, but I'm like he was still kind of allowed to come around. He's like, oh well, I just don't let him share panel space with her. It's like, but he's still able to come to your panel and kind of be there. So I mean, you know,
But shouldn't it be
yeah,
that way?
hmm?
I mean,
Say,
if
OG,
you,
OG.
if he and so if he is just
Hold
saying,
up.
"Hey, I don't want him near her because she don't want him near her," doesn't mean that he can't go on his panel. He just don't want him up there when she's up there. What's wrong with that?
um, it's kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If
For
the
who?
dude
Him?
got
You
that
talking about
many
him?
problems, why is he allowed over in the first place? Why ain't he just blocked and banned? At least from that. So that's
Wasn't
where
wasn't he
I
on the
can
panel?
understand
Wasn't
where
he on the
people are
panel?
like, this seems a
Who
little
channel?
performative.
Wait, who channel was y'all on when y'all always talking to him the other day?
Oh,
That's
that
on
was
pop.
mine.
Oh, okay. So are you allowing? And see, this is the thing about YouTube, y'all. There's a little confusion. So there's
Hmm.
him and her have an issue. It doesn't mean that
Hmm.
you and him have an issue. Don't mean me and him have an issue. Mr. Music and him have an issue. We know that we gonna keep them two apart, but we still gonna let him come up because you let him up. But you
Hold
saying
up.
that Doctor DJ Wish Doctor shouldn't have let him up, even though you let him up.
And see, Auntie, before you answer that, and I understand what you're saying, Bum. That basically you're throwing stones in a glass house. Is that what you're saying, Bum?
Yes, because he let him
Yeah.
up, right? And
She is
Yeah.
saying that, and that's why.
Right.
No, that's why I'll explain. Um, the reason why, because that stream was not about him. I think Mr. Music was in there from the
Yeah.
beginning. It wasn't. He just happened to pop up in my chat. Now, every single time that he had popped up in my chat, because I give everybody a wrench. I been took his wrench, and nobody else had to block him. He would come in there every week. I would just block him. Now, the reason why I brought him up was to address him personally about some issues between me and him. It ain't have nothing to do with LA. Everybody else chose to kick him in the ass. And that was because he was coming at me in chats. So I get it, but I'm also, you know what I'm saying? I'm not your crew talking about I'm here to protect you and all that other shit. If that were the case, oh boy wouldn't have been allowed to come near my channel at all. You know? So
And
that's all
again,
I'm saying.
right. And again, I get what you're saying, but I think you're still, correct me if I'm right here, Bum Cherry. What you're saying is he shouldn't have been able to hit that link on either channel. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, if that's what everybody is saying up
If
here,
you right,
because you
right.
know,
If you're steadfast and true to that, like me, if this guy, whatever name he shows up in, and I find out it's him, he's not hitting this link. Is that what you're
Mhm.
saying?
yeah, if that's what you believe, I'm saying
No,
that if I
I would agree with you, Bomb.
I'm saying
Like
that
I'm agreeing with you there.
if I was talking about something on my channel and he hit the link, I would let him up, right? And we would question him if that's what the topic ends up being. But if she was on my panel and he hit the link, then when he got up there, I would say, no, you can't be here. She don't want you up here. That's what
Okay, yeah. Hold up, just a second, there, folks. See, like
Hey,
this comment right here. Hold on, just a second, Rue. Now, up until I started talking about Royce, I don't know who this either you went created. a channel or something like this and use somebody's face. But let me tell you something. I've been around long enough to know that the majority of women don't speak like this. And there's no way a woman in her right mind will come in and say this. Royce has been blocked. Idiots and lames always speaking on things they know nothing about. Get the full context, which is what LA was trying to say, shaking my head. Royce, go somewhere else. Nigga, that's you. That's like the scene in what's that whatchamacallit when he says, take that goddamn mask off, Reggie. That's you, Royce.
Raymond.
Raymond. Yeah, Raymond.
Nah,
That's
this
his
ain't
name.
Raymond.
Right. No, I don't know
Mr.
if
Mute,
anybody. Go ahead, Rube.
Mr.
Let me
Real
block.
quick. Now, I was
Go,
saying that super
go.
chat I sent you. I was asking, can Rose C get a wrench in your chat? That's all I was asking.
Yeah. Of course you can. I didn't see that route, but of course you can. Again, for you and Rogue C and Bomb Cherry, if I don't have y'all wrenched up in my channel when I go back over to YouTube, I'll make sure you do that. I'll
I
make sure I
appreciate
do
it.
that for you. All right.
Appreciate it.
No worries, my brother. Again, appreciate the super chat. Really do. Goes a long way. Right. Go right ahead. Let me play some more of this.
And this
And I
man
said
is
that
actually
in the chat.
this
Yeah,
man is
go ahead.
actually backstage.
Wow.
Like
I'm gonna
he was
just be
being
honest. If he come up, I gotta go.
like
No, I'm
usual.
not letting him up. He could go to them other places. I already give him too much chances, and that shit is. I feel fucked up for even trying to talk to the nigga.
But DJ, you tried to humanize and tried to understand and get clarity because we're all strangers. We don't know each other, and like you said, a lot of people are just rushing to judgment, and you were trying not to rush to judgment. And
There's no need to rush to judgment. The evidence in front of us. What more evidence do you need? This is not a one-off. I can understand it was a one-off. And see, this is the problem when I'm having. I heard a young lady say last week that if her son did something to somebody, she wouldn't turn him in because she wouldn't feel comfortable. This is the same situation. That if you know someone doing something, you try to humanize that people. And I'll say this, Candy Cane, going back to your platform some months ago. That's why the word forgiveness is not in my vocabulary. Because forgiveness gives a nigga the chance to fuck you again. That's what forgiveness does. It ain't for me to forgive you. It's for me to keep you away from me from now on. You showed me who you are. I don't need 2 or 3 chances. I don't need a stream to know who Royce is. I don't need a second opinion. This ain't cancer. This is not brain surgery here. You don't need any more evidence. And from what I understand, DJ Witch Doctor, you were closer to Royce than any of us. If I could spot this nigga was trouble with the information that you say you have on him, I'll go back to what Bomb Cherry said. Why would you let this nigga up on your platform? Period. Anybody want to chime in on that? Go right ahead.
I let him up on mine because it was about the way he was addressing me.
And
Everybody
that's
else chose to
understandable.
bring up LA. But just like she said, I get it. You know what I'm saying? She just saw the clip on Pop Out TV, so she didn't see the beginning or got the context, and that's how a lot of them clips can be taken out of context.
Right, and
But
that's why I said that earlier. I said I understand Pop Out TV does a good job with the clips, but usually you should go back and feel and not go from where not look at just at the clip, but look what came before the clip and what came after the clip, because usually the clip is the buildup of what happened before and what happened after. Right, folks?
Yeah, I agree with that. But does it matter? Okay, so maybe y'all could clear it up for me so I can understand. Are we saying that he shouldn't be allowed on the panel because of his actions, which I do not disagree with? Okay, or are we saying that as long as he could do what he's doing, and we will still let him up because I want to talk to him about what he did with me? Like, which one is it? Are we
yeah,
saying?
okay. So Bomb. I wasn't letting him up. Like I wasn't even letting him make comments in my chat. You know, up until the other day, and that was because he had been coming at me in multiple channels, for like no reason. unprovoked. So when he came in there talking about what up, what up, what up, I'm like, bro, you know, like you got a lot of shit to say. You might as well just come up and say that to me, you know, straight up. So I'm not gonna talk about somebody without being willing to talk to them. It was everybody else that chose to kick him in the ass and bring up the LA project situation. But I, I personally think that was productive because he pretty much showed how unstable he was between what he said to Mr. Music, what he said to Tony Golden, what he said to Gabe A. Like you pretty much saw that the dude pretty whacked out.
Right. He did that
Well,
over there by Sharon. Remember? That's the
Yeah.
thing. People,
right.
we asked him. He told us, and that's what he hasn't been on my channel because he's not allowed. You know.
Right. So I get what you're saying, Bomb, and I get what Aunt T is saying. Is having them on your panel dangerous? I think it is. And to be quite honest with you, I think you're gonna run the risk of folks asking, should you have that? Should you platform that guy? In some cases, I say no, but in some cases, I understand. When he directly addressed me, that was time for me to go up on that panel. So I understand, and I think for you, what you before, when some
Mm.
people say something so egregious, then you have to step up to the plate. And in this case, Royce was acting like he was the victim.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Like he
right,
was more so
no,
coming in, and
no,
because you were one of the first ones to come up. He was coming at us directly. You know, I
right,
didn't
right, right.
like. I
So
literally had no topic that day. You know what I'm saying? I had no topic. It was various topics, and I was just kind of going in on some other stuff, and then he popped up in my chat. So it's like, nah, now you
and
can
right.
address me.
And
You know?
right, as I told him, I said I would hope and I would never see you on a platform, but since I see you here, I'm telling you right now, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
that guy that stands on that disrespect about you. I most certainly am. Since I see you here, because you would never get up on my platform, never. But since you're here, let me address your stupid ass. And then right
Mhm.
after that, I promptly told James Keel to shut his mouth. This wasn't about James Keel. It was about Royce, and that's the point that I'm trying to point out. The witch doctor, L Boogie, how you doing? Great to see you. The young lady pointed out that people was trying to grift off her. That's the problem that I'm having with the LA project. I think you needed to call the nigga out, like you, DJ Witch Doctor. Here it is. You getting super chats and cash apps off me, but you ain't sent me none of that money. I don't know what's going on in the background, so I'm gonna use the word alleged. Somebody else, Rude, brought that up earlier. You're making all this money, but did you send any of that dough? Did you send any of that money to her? That this woman that you heard her say she got 2 children. Maybe she feels safer in the process of moving. So when the super chats came in the other night while you was reviewing me, did you send her those proceeds? Is that too much of her to ask? Since you made that money off me, shouldn't you send it to her? Because over here, I didn't ask for any super chats when I reviewed her. I didn't ask for people to send me any money. As a matter of fact, a content speak, if you go back farther, you will hear me say, if you want to support my stream or my radio station, you can go over to Autism Speaks, check out Stevie Music or DJ Stevie Music and donate in my name. Tell me I'm wrong. But you support Prison, where you at? Give me that voice.
Which voice do you want?
The one you just used a little while ago.
What you want me to say, Mr. DJ Music? What you want?
Nah. The thing is, I've done this before. If it's personal, you can easily either cut the monetization off. Um, like, look, folks won't do that. You can cut the damn chat box off and make it so people can't even comment, or you don't even have to do it live. You can just do a video and upload it. Folks
Right.
is trying to get their money. They just got a problem when other folks get money off it too.
Right. And see, that's right. That's what I was saying, Auntie, earlier. That's what I mean. It seems to me that they were trying to use this stream because somebody used it several times and in the chat room saying that we were clout chasing. There was no ask for monetary gain or no one saying, hey, like, share, and subscribe. Prism, did you say that? ABT, did you say that? Angelica, did you say that? No, we did not.
No, I don't even have a channel. Like, what's going on here?
Right.
Like, what's going on here? I don't even have a
Right,
channel.
right.
Like, what do I
Because
need clout for?
I'm just saying in these spaces, and that's all I'm saying. Like the space gonna do what it do.
right,
Like it's
right.
just gonna do
Listen,
what
this
it do.
right,
So once the
right.
toothpaste come out the tube, it's now it's not going back in. Like
Right,
once it becomes public, people about to do streams
and
about
I
that.
don't hate, right, and I don't hate. I don't hate for those people who use. Listen, do I condone it? No, but I can't hate on somebody using somebody else's trauma to make money off of, because the mainstream media does it every day. So who am I to say they're wrong for that? That's what the 6 o'clock news right after they say, guess what happened in the world today? There's about 30 murder stories that came up in your local area.
No, I
So
think,
go ahead,
you
Mom.
know, I'm sorry. I think that um like, I haven't heard the whole stream that you're playing so far, reviewing it first, but I
Mhm.
do kind of agree a little bit with Rue Dip, right? When he said that people, including her, right? She just can't get as much money as some others. Because you remember, this thing is old, y'all. This is
Yeah,
old. This came about, people chatted
You
about
have
it.
first brought light to that. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah.
But I said I was gonna do some more homework on it.
Mhm.
So I didn't just take. I'm gonna give it right back to you, Bomb. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but
That's
no,
okay.
I was like, I'm not just gonna take her story and just take it as gospel. I'm not even just gonna take the clip on Sharon's. I did, what I'm saying, some more homework and
Mhm.
went back, and like just like you said, this old. Like this is old, and this was going back for a while. So
Yeah, and it
people
first happened
take a
over there
little,
by DJ.
yeah, a
It
little
happened
10
over
minute
there.
clip and they think they know the whole story, and they don't necessarily.
Right. It first
but
happened over by DJ Witch Doctor. That's where it
mhm.
came up, and then it started from there. Sharon, Witchcom came up there because somebody mentioned it. I think it may have been me who mentioned what happened to him. What we found out about his ass, and but then it died down. And
Now,
why it came back up? Anybody know how it came back
no,
up?
well, I don't know, but since I have since there's a couple of us up on the panel, out of the all of us up on the panel, how many of us have had an issue with DJ Witch Doctor?
I had a little issue with him, but
That's that's
I
one.
would I would
That's
more
one.
so say that was
That's
more
one.
along the personal
Okay.
realm. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
How about you, Bone? Have you
Yeah,
had an issue with it? That's
yeah.
two.
Well,
Right.
based
Wait a
on
minute. How about you,
oh,
Rue? How about you, Rue? You had an issue with him? I don't know if Rue's still up here or not, but I know he did. I know he did. What about you, Prism? Have you ever had a personal issue with him?
I don't even know that guy.
Right. I know I haven't.
All I know is
I,
what he be talking about on his channel.
I ain't gonna I ain't
You
gonna hold you.
know,
I ain't gonna hold you,
working in
Prism.
the
I ain't gonna
motherfucking
Prism
house.
ain't ish.
I ain't
I
gonna
don't
hold
know
She ain't
anything else about him.
ish.
I'm just going to look. This is all unjust to me. All I said, like I said, I care about her. She said that she wanted everybody to leave her alone. Not that I was bothering her anyway, but I was concerned when I heard the little stuff going on. So but if she's doing what she got to do. She's doing what she got to do. All that Let me say this. So, like, I didn't really know what was going on with this whole situation with him and Auntie. And Auntie had the conversation, I guess, the other day with him and whatever that thing is. I'm not even gonna name his name. He's irrelevant to me too. Um, that dude, I don't even want to talk about him because I think something's wrong with that dude. So I guess what the problem is, let me say this: he reviewed us twice, right, Mr. DJ Music?
Say that again.
He reviewed us twice, correct?
Yes,
The same
yes,
video.
twice. Yes,
So let me
twice.
let me let me speculate a little bit.
Go right
I
ahead.
speculate the fact is that Auntie he really want to get at Mr. Auntie.
Uh-oh.
I speculate he really wanted to review that content with him, but I think he know that if he did
Wait,
that, he was going to get smoke on his channel
wait,
that night.
wait a minute now. No, Auntie,
What you
before you answer,
I'm just
before you
speculating. It
answer
might
that,
not be right. I'm just
well, I gotta let me speculate before you
why would he
right,
review us twice though? I'm just trying to
right,
figure out like
because
what was not
right.
said the first time.
Right, the Prism. You're right. I got to call this out because the content that we spoke on Auntie's platform was much juicier than the content I had with y'all ladies. So you're right about that. Am I wrong, Auntie?
No, you're not. And I left it public because people wanted to review it. I left it public. So I mean, he could have. I wouldn't have had anything to say about it. Because my issue with Wish Dog, it don't have nothing to do with that situation with LA or even with Royce. Like I said, it was kind of you know what I'm saying? It was the way Royce was coming at me. But to answer your question, as far as like how this, well, or Bomb's question, like it died down and then it came back up. It's because old boy Royce done kind of went on a campaign, tagging folks,
To
and
prove his innocence. Yeah.
he had also accused me of trying to lead some kind of campaign, getting him banned from the space and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, I did that one show that hardly anybody watched anyway, and that was the end of it. I wasn't about to make you the star of my show.
Listen, let me comment on something here. Actually, no, this is the first time that I've ever seen you on my platform, so I don't know who you are. But listen, you got my head churning, you got me buzzing, and again, those years in the military taught me one thing, and growing up around my pops taught me one thing: to be very observant. Observe what folks think is the unobservable. Observe what people normally do. Like you can't come in, like earlier, you can't come into that chat room and type something, Royce, and don't know that I think it was you. Somebody go ahead. Hold on, let me get this call.
But I don't know who who was you talking about, Prism, that want to smoke with me?
Well, okay, so honestly, I don't think there was really any reason for them to review the video that myself,
Okay, I get it
Mr.
now.
DJ
Yeah.
Music, and all of us did together. I don't think there was any reason for them to review it twice because he had said, from what I understand, I don't know because I'm not subscribed to his channel. I don't care nothing about his channel, but it's one or two things. It's the fact that I didn't know you two had beef. And so I know because I talked to Mr. DJ, I know that there was something that happened on your channel. So now I can try to figure out the fact that he probably really wanted to review your stuff, but because of whatever's going between y'all, he didn't want to review your stuff because he didn't want to seem like, I guess, he's clout chasing off you. So he reviewed us like we don't know what we're talking about or whatever and stuff like that. That's not, look, everybody get partial information. Okay. We didn't know the whole story. All we cared about is that we cared that she's okay. That's not clout chasing. Why would I have clout chasing to make sure that somebody's okay and that she's taking care of herself and whatever? I didn't know anything about whether she had family. Every time I've seen her in every chat, I've always spoken to her. Seemed like a lovely person. I've never had any problem with her. But these people don't know what other people have been through in this space either. Nobody really knows what's going on in this space either. Like that, I told you, the ugly troll, she's done stuff like this to a whole lot of people. Like all of a sudden, like I'm a stalker. Okay, there's so much stuff that's layered about this person. All of y'all being duped by this person, and I'm not gonna warn y'all any further. But when the receipts start pulling out, and I start showing y'all who she really is, all of y'all gonna be angry because she pulling y'all leg.
Yeah, I don't know exactly who you're speaking about, but I guess it don't matter. The person though that we are trying to protect up here, you heard what she said, and I don't know why people think she's a lovely person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay for us to want to protect women, but at some point, right, it's dangerous because everybody don't want to be protected, as you can clearly hear, right? Because now everybody who's trying to protect her is a clout chaser. Right? So y'all got to understand the setup, and listen and realize this is YouTube, and for a lot of these people, it is about money, which nothing is, I guess, is wrong with that. But I think the protectors need to understand that, and then I understand when the men are looking at this type of thing and they're saying, "Hey, just because you're a woman, just why y'all just protecting a woman just because she's a woman?"
And Bum, I don't want to interrupt you, but you're absolutely right, because that's what prompted this stream for me. It was like a backhanded compliment. That's why I said that no good deed goes unpunished, because it seems to me people want to punish myself, Prism, ABT, and Angelica for stating the mere obvious facts.
Right. But you see who's trying to attack you, right? And so I guess
Absolutely. And some of the comments that was made, I don't think they should have been made. I think they should have been separated, and I pointed that out. Point out the people that you believe that's grifting off you versus the ones that they're genuinely for you. Isn't that wouldn't that be fair?
Yeah, but she don't think anybody's genuinely for her. You got to understand, good people understand that there's other good people out there who could be
Yes.
genuine. But the people who are like they are, they feel like everybody's like them. And I'm not saying, well, I am saying it without saying being direct, okay? But what I'm saying is sometimes people got to do their own thing, protect themselves, okay? Because when you protect them, you end up in this type of situation.
Yeah, and that's what I say, Bum. Sometimes it's best to just and shout out Angelica for saying this and ABT. Sometimes you just step back, and I honestly, not genuinely, Prism, you too. Sometimes, honestly, in this case, I was genuinely about to step back from it, but in this case, I feel that it's not so much the apology, but the acknowledgement for people to know the narrative that's being trying to be painted, that the folks that's reviewed what I said and what Prism said and what Angelica said and what ABT is not the narrative that we were trying to portray. That's why I'm doing this. This is nothing more. Again, this is a cautionary tale. Watch your 3, your 6, and your 9. We're not talking about just the LA project. This is happening everywhere. For
Right,
those of you who want to spout statistics, go look at the statistics of who's really unaliving black women at an alarming rate.
right.
Go look. Go look. It ain't white men. Yeah, yeah, white men do it. Yeah, we got every reason to believe what happened in Mississippi might be race related. But for the most part, let's not forget the other 98 times that it happened.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, folks?
No, you're right. I understand the ladies, and the men who want to protect. We're saying, look, like you said, cautionary tale, right? These things can get real serious, okay? And they have gotten really serious.
Yes.
But there's some people don't care about that. They don't care about
Right.
that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And again, Aunt T asked a question earlier. Well, some people do it for the proceeds of it. But when is all money? When does that saying go? All money ain't good money. Your cutoff line. When is making content not worth somebody else's problems? When is going too far, digging into somebody's path, whether it's somebody's good path or somebody's bad path? Why is it important for you to take it, go off YouTube, search someone out, to come back to YouTube and say, look at this person for what? Because you want to embarrass them because they got the one up on you? Because they joned better than you did? Because after I leave here today, although I like everybody in this panel in one way, shape, or form, when I cut this YouTube off, y'all not in my thoughts. Sorry. And I don't think that there's nothing wrong with me not being in your thoughts. Sorry. You might come across something because my name is music. Somebody say, hey, turn on some music. That might remind me of you, but that's done for purpose.
Right. Well, Mr. DJ, we are older, right?
Yes.
Today, I don't hear people say all money is not good money. In fact,
Get the bag. Get that
yeah,
bag.
get the bag. Get the bag no matter
Right.
what you do.
No
Get
matter
that.
what you got to do. Isn't that
Yeah,
what Anton preaches? He calls it
exactly.
he calls this group of people the bag chasers.
The bag chasers. That's right. Whatever you got to do, make that money.
But there's only so much shit you can put in a bag, folks. I don't care how big it is. Eventually, you're going to run your limit. Bag chasers. You got a big bag or a small bag? Or does the bag have a hole in it? Because if it get too heavy, you got to drag it. Go ahead, Prism.
Yeah, I saw something Miss L Boogie said in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to learn that that's the truth. That she said, "I don't protect women just because she's a woman. Not all women deserve protection." And she's spot on about that, because I learned that lesson in this space right here. Like I said, I don't have anything else to say about her. She said that she kind of want everybody to back off because she got to deal with this probably mentally and emotionally in her own personal life. I don't have anything else to say about it. I just don't like that they kept on using this like we clout chasing or something like that. We already know who this came from, Mr. DJ Music. It came from the ugly troll.
Yeah,
She been over there spinning that wire. We know who she is.
yeah.
So I
And
don't I don't
Prism, that's why during that stream I made it a clear point to tell you what voice we were about to review because I know y'all's history, and also that's why I made it a clear point during that broadcast to say this is not about you, so don't make it about you. But it seems to me, DJ Witch Doctor, that somehow or another, this particular person, and you know who we're talking about, brought this to your attention. I didn't have to guess who made you come review my stream. I did not have to guess. I didn't.
Yeah, she's real dirty. But like I said, other than that, I don't care. You know, I hope she's well. And I hope that she gets all the assistance she needs to take care of the issue. I don't have any beef with her at all. I'm not. None of this stuff is funny to me, other than the fact that he feel like I need clout off of him. I'm just. Oh,
Right.
you got.
Again,
I don't know whether what ecosphere these people be thinking about that I need some clout from them. I don't need any clout from anybody in this space.
well, again, Prism, and it's for
Nobody.
everyone.
It's
Right.
not nothing. No disrespect to anyone, but
Right.
I don't come to anybody's channels. I stay kind of in my square of the channels that I go to and the people that I talk to. If I speak to you in the chat, I'm usually okay with it. Talk to you like I go, I check out Miss Bomb here and there. I go to Sharon. I hang in some other spaces, and I'm not gonna mention them because I don't want her stalking me over there. And those women over there, they're not playing with you. They're not gonna play with this stuff over here because they don't have time for this. They talking real stuff. So, and it ain't about men. So, I don't really, I don't care about that other stuff he doing. He's not relevant to me. But as far as she goes, I was genuinely careful about what I said. I was concerned. I'm not going to go past any of the other motives, whatever happened. It's none of my business. I just gave the information. That's it.
I
So
agree.
it was
Right.
nice meeting you, Auntie, Miss Bomb. You my big sister. I
How
appreciate
you
you.
doing, sis?
DJ,
Yeah,
I'm
you doing
drop
good.
down. So. But peace out, everybody. Have a good evening.
Prism. Before you go, hold on just one second. As something that you said that you was about to do something, launch some whatchamacallits there, right? Some, as you call it, what do you call it? The Prism Files?
Oh yeah, the prison files are about to open up.
You just sent me hold on just a second. Let me make sure I got this right here. Hold on. This might not be the right one. So if I have to go back and grab it again, I will, sir. But y'all hold on just a second. Let me make sure I grab this. This right one. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah. Y'all talk amongst yourself. Let me go and grab this. Hold on. Prism don't go nowhere though. But y'all hold on just a second. Y'all talk amongst yourself over there. Hold on. Let me go grab something.
Okay. Well, how's everybody doing, y'all? I'm late to the party as always. I don't be knowing everything that's going on. And by the way, I don't have a problem with DJ Witch Doctor. I do understand that there's people who was in his ears because I was accused of doing something that I didn't even do. I didn't even know what was going on. So I don't have no problem with him. I don't know. I just when I don't mess with you no more, I just don't mess with you no more. But that don't mean I have a problem with you. I realize
I, I get it, and that's what I was saying. I was like, look, my issues with him, it kind of it had nothing to do with the whole L.A. Royce situation or whatever. But you know, the situation is a situation, and people gonna have an opinion on it. So that's
right.
where I agree with Rude on that. Once it comes out and it's public, them opinions are gonna come. You know how this works, Bomb.
Oh
Folk
yeah.
like it don't matter what the hell you say. It's about to be some contrarian opinions on some panels afterwards
Almost
or
definitely.
during that. You can say anything. It doesn't matter. So to expect the space not to be the space, just because you told it not to.
Right.
Yeah. We
I
might
no,
be weird, but that's just
that's
stupid.
facts. Yeah,
You
no,
know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like to think, because people gonna have them other opinions. So,
no,
but
I
I
agree
think
with
we all
you.
agree, old boy ain't wrapped too tight. Um, yeah, he not wrapped too tight, and that's what I told him on that show. You know what I'm saying? When he came up, that was the first thing. He was like, "Oh, y'all making it seem like I'm crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, you are.
That
I
nigga
think
is
you are."
crazy. Yeah.
And I was like, I could be wrong because I don't know you personally, but I got enough people skills and have been alive long enough to be able to assess that you crazy, and I would keep my distance from you. But at the same time, I still got a little affinity for the space, so I don't want to read about none of these people, tomorrow or nothing like that.
Right.
So that's really what it is. No matter what I might say or go in on it, on a panel or a chat or whatever, I don't want to see nobody get hurt. And I think that dude can, people like that kind of cross the line. Like he said, he was in a facility. He said it was some drugs involved. I heard that there was some other things with some other people, like somebody had to run up on him. You know what I'm saying, and protect one of their neighbors against them. Like that's when like things can spill, into some more. So that was just the situation with him. It wasn't just LA. I was like, everybody might look at it and think that whatever's going on with LA is the problem. And I said this to him the other day too. I was like, I don't think that's the problem. I think that's a symptom of other
That's it,
problems.
right.
You know?
It's a bigger thing. But let me
Yeah.
interrupt y'all for a minute, folks. Again, you heard her, the young lady speak earlier, that some things is about to drop. I'm privy to something that she sent me via, our connection. So I'm going to play it for you. All I can tell you is one of them cautionary tales. For those of you, well, anyway, let me.
You were about to see was inspired by actual events. The
Hey, Mr.
story you
Music,
were
man, I got
about
to
to
drop
see
down.
was inspired by
I got an
actual
appointment.
events.
Appreciate you
The
having me up,
names have
dude.
been changed to protect the innocent.
All I know is I wouldn't want to be a part of that file. Yeah, Brownie. This is a whole move. This is a whole Prism. Go right ahead. I'll let you go ahead and tell the folks about what you're about to do.
So so there's going to be a whole drop of information coming. Of there's been lies that have been told about me from the beginning, and I have all the evidence. There's going to be videos, there's going to be voice notes, there's going to be people from other videos that have been saying stuff. The same woman that's been going around saying that I'm a stalker, I've been stalking her. There's going to be evidence dropped all over the place about this person and somebody else too. Because the whole time this person's been going on, I haven't said anything for the last few years. She had her little scrapple where she thought I was talking about, see how she's been stalking me. We're going to find out exactly who's been stalking who. We're going to find out who's been causing all the trouble, and you're going to hear it from men and women all over the place. And there's not going to be any doubt anymore who's been the problem the whole time, and that she's been weaving little stuff in between, calling herself an alchemist. She's been starting trouble in every space, and there's going to be all kinds of evidence dropped on her. So, y'all going to have a good time with this. And then after that, I'm going to wish goodbye to the space, probably forever, because I'm kind of tired of it. Honestly, I think when people have good intentions, I think people's good intentions sometimes can get muddied in the water. And I think there was never any intention to meet any of those people. So after that, we're done. So
I look forward to watching it. I just have a question, because it sounds like you trying to prove that somebody's lying on you or something like that.
absolutely, I haven't said anything for years, Miss Baum, and I think that you have to understand this. It hasn't been just me. It has been layers of people. It's not just me as a woman. It's multiple women and men that this person has been doing this stuff to.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's multiple women and men.
I just want you to know, you don't have to prove anything, to the people.
No, but let
who
me
you
say
t-
this. Because this person has been, it's 1 minute the person cares about people, and 1 minute the person's a troll. We've been dealing with this stuff for years and years and years, and it's hurt a lot of different people. Because none of the people that were in that stuff, none of us had anything to do with this type of space. The space that we were talking about, it was more productive. And people came in with ulterior motives and they destroyed everything. They hurt a lot of innocent people. So
Um,
because that person has lied a lot, I feel like it's just time to bring it loose. That's all. That's
no,
all.
you have the right to do that. What is it? What's the definition of a troll? Because I be getting confused what y'all be talking about.
Shiesty bum.
Shiesty bum, but Shiesty bum is harmless. She's
Yeah, I
like
know. But
Right.
that's the right, but that's the
And then
definition of a
you're
troll.
doing troll, but I don't think that's what she's talking about though. Because that shiesty woman is a troll. People
Yeah.
Yeah,
come
Shiesty
in,
bum is a troll.
cracking
This
jokes.
person's an instigator.
All right, yes, Shiesty bum. I'm sorry I had to call your name, but I couldn't think of a quicker answer than that. But there's a difference between what Shiesty bum does and what I think was we're about to see in store at the prison files, folks. Again, I'm not privy to a lot of this information, so y'all hold on to your hats. Where it will be broadcast at, you got to stick around and find out. We're not going to tell you. Not right now, because I know a lot of people are thinking we're gonna pop out on this channel or that channel. You won't know until the day we broadcast it. You won't be able to re-record it. You won't be able to go and move backwards and catch a link of it. And after that, after we're done, after the Prison Files, the series is over, just like Netflix or Hulu, you're gonna have to pay to rewatch it.
I know that's right.
And you're gonna pay probably about $100 to $1,000 to watch it.
It's a premium. It's
I'm
premium,
not
folks.
around.
This
I'm not
is
putting
premium.
around. It ain't gonna
This
be
ain't
no snips. I'm gonna copyright strike you.
no. This right. This ain't
like you're on your way to hell.
no. That's not. It's not gonna be. It's not. This is not a to be movie. This is to be watched. That's what that means. This is to be watched. And as y'all folks know, I don't charge money over here, but if I get my hot hands on it, and if it's broadcast over here, I need to get paid.
Nothing wrong with that.
Have a
All
good
right.
night.
All right. Thank you very much, Prism. Thank you very much for allowing me to be the first one to talk about your movie, folks. If you're interested in a copy of that to put on your wall, let me know. I'll send it to you for, as somebody would say, 99 cents. That's all I want is 99 cents. Is that asking too much for me to make $1 and 99 cents? Is that asking too much, Mom?
No, that's not.
But before we do, folks, again, let me make something abundantly clear to everyone. One thing I am, folks, is a man of principle. I'm a man of compassion. I'm a man of empathy. So again, it's not that I jump into certain situations. This is who I am. A lot of people say that the persona life that you live on YouTube is not the life that you live in real life. But for the most part, my words and my actions, although you can't see me, LA Project and any other woman that I've come up on a platform and stand up for, even you, Bomb Cherry, have a genuine concern when I hear men speaking to y'all disrespectfully. That is genuinely me. In the case of Royce, genuinely did this, sir. And I don't know why people took this as a pause, but again, the day that you threatened me on Aunt T's channel, I'm gonna use this from the old school. You got to bring ass to get ass. I'm a Marine. That means one shot, one kill, 6 o'clock at the bullseye. You're not gonna get 50 feet up to me to say I got you by your throat, nigga. That's not gonna happen. You're not going to do it to me. And for any of you other would-be niggas out there that talk about catch a flight, be careful who you invite to that flight. Spirit Airlines, like I said, Auntie, on your chat line, you might fly in on Spirit Airlines, but you're going to become a spirit fucking around with me.
I think Spirit Airlines is gone. They no longer
Okay.
exist.
Okay, so will they, bro. what my man said, on my granny. He went to see Granny, didn't he? Okay, I'll go around the board and give you folks the last word before I check on up out of here. Again, LA Project, no disrespect. I hope you've taken all the necessary measures to make sure that you stay safe. I wish there was something more that I could do for you. If it is, please reach out to me. If I can direct some people in your area, I do know folks that live in the Georgia area. So if there's some resources that I could point you across to, my email is widely available for you. There's a little bit more than a lot of us other than talk. So, Bomb, I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, I hope she remains safe as well. And what his name? The kooky one.
Royce.
Royce, you need to do better. Okay. Go get you some more help and stop it. And hi everybody and bye everybody. Okay. I'm sewing. I got a lot to do over here.
All right.
I did share the screen. I didn't know you were about to end it that soon, though. I thought we were going.
Yeah. I really only wanted to come up for about 30 minutes or an hour, Bomb. So again, it's always a pleasure having you up on the stream. We got to collaborate one day because I'm gonna need you to do some of them raps on my channel. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna need you to break down some beats. I honestly, Bomb, a lot of folks don't agree with some of your commentary from time to time, but that's to be here nor there. Again, I always, since I've known you, you've always been respectful to me. I think I've always been respectful to you. So any of the comments that I made earlier was not a direct reflection on you, or especially to my man, my double dog Mark. Everybody has to say so. So again, I'm glad to meet your acquaintance. I think I said this, 8 years ago. I wouldn't mind hanging out with you and your husband. So that I still stand to that today.
Yeah, nothing wrong with us disagreeing. We humans. We
right.
So I have no problem with none of that. Ever with nobody disagreeing with me. But
right.
Yeah, I enjoy you as well. I like when you come up, give your different perspective. And then my husband like it too. He like to have a men's chat when you come up, when he's available and not snoring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Thank you for having me. See y'all later, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Mom. It's a pleasure. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, before I close out here again, an explosive series coming up here. We're gonna call it, if not here, but it's coming. Again, I don't see anything that I said, or that Angelica said, or ABT said, or anyone said on my platform that would have warranted to be talked about again. Since my name was brought into the conversation as if I was clout chasing or grifting, let me assure you, I don't need to clout chase. YouTube is a hobby for me. Instead of right now talking about what's going on between y'all over there on the internet, I should be getting ready for a jazz show that thousands of people will be listening to from 8 to 11 p.m. tonight. So this is a hobby for me. So when I see something that's out of place, out of line, out of balance, it's experience talking. It's not jealousy. It's not a come up. It's not let me do for content. It is what it is. So if the Prism Files should happen to fall on my step, on my door, I'm going to let it happen. It's not for clout. It's not for clicks. It's not for views. But I do want to get paid for it. So when it do drop, let me get my money.
The story you are about to see was inspired by actual events. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
All rights reserved there. So I want to thank L Boogie, Aunt T of the Official Purge. Who else we got up in there? Kim West, thank you so very much. Brownie Ellie, Rogue C, Mike Spearman, Corey Carpenter, of course, The Real Prism, Rude Imp. Who else we got up in here? Let me scroll up and make Letitia Lovejoy. You're looking good over there on your platform. I ain't mad with you, ma'am. I saw you over there relaxing your feet. Who else I got over there? Of course, ABT, the Soul Provider. Thank you so very much. I'm trying to make sure I can actually nope. Thank you. You got me to thinking, Mr. or Miss. You got me to thinking. So you know I'm going to do my homework on that. It's a whole lot of similarities, ain't it? There actually nope. Anyway, folks, I think I about caught everybody. If I missed some folks there, thank you so very much. It's always a pleasure taking some time out of the day. I know y'all could be anywhere listening to all thousands and thousands of videos over on YouTube. So I appreciate the fact that you stopped in here. Again, ladies, be safe. And if I got to tell you anything, find your local range, go find you a piece, and be prepared to protect yourself at all times. It's better to be a live chicken than a dead duck.
Look, all you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here and goddamn it talking about preach it, preacher, preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep going. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want, look,